There you are. Oxygen levels.
Oxygen levels 100%.
Set a course through dark waters now.
They've been hiding this from you. The Great Sphinx of Giza isn't just a statue guarding the pyramids. It may be the key to an entire underground city. Ancient texts hint at this secret. They speak of hidden chambers beneath the lion, described as the heart of our knowledge. And recently discovered papyrus scrolls go even further. They say the Sphinx was built as an entrance to a lost civilization known as the Osirians. The Osirians were said to be far more advanced than the Egyptians, masters of engineering, keepers of powerful technology, and builders of a vast city hidden beneath the sands. But when their empire vanished, their city was sealed, and the true purpose of the Sphinx was disguised, to protect their wisdom from falling into the wrong hands. This could explain why ground-penetrating radar has detected massive anomalies beneath the Sphinx, perfect geometric shapes, as if chambers still lie hidden below, and yet access remains restricted. Excavations mysteriously shut down, authorities refusing to reveal what's under there. So ask yourself, was the Sphinx really just a monument, or a doorway to a buried city, holding secrets that could rewrite human history? They've been hiding this from you. The Great Sphinx...
That is definitely an interesting theory, but if we look at the top of the Sphinx, it looks like there's some type of a door latch, like you can go inside it.
You know, I'm going to say something that have been said before anywhere. I traveled to a place called Ukunda. It's on the coast. They have signs outside of everybody's compound. They have these gates. You can't get through the gate unless security allows you through the gate. And they have these electric charged fences that if you touch it, it's going to shock you. One of the signs that I saw, but it was a warning about being close to the water. I asked security guy, I said, what is this about? He says, after a certain time, do not go near the water. They will come out and take you. Who? Like who? There's a place called Seychelles Island. On the Seychelles Islands, at every resort, after a certain time, they close and shut off all access to the water. They said sirens will take you. He said, if a horny guy comes here at night, the sirens will trick him. I said, mermaids? They said, not like mermaids in America. They lie to you. That they are not beautiful, and most of them are men.
That's a way to go. Like, a transformer mermaid pulled me into the water. Don't tell nobody. Like,
if the transformer mermaid snatched you, you was just too horny.
hey.
You know, I'm going to say something that have been said before anywhere.
What island was that? I'm never going to that island. Like I be traveling, but hey, that's one spot I'm definitely not going.
There is a reason half of the moon was hidden from humanity for all of history.
You mean it's not stuck on the other side of the firmament?
The moon rotates at the exact speed it orbits Earth, the same face, every night, a perfect lock. No other major moon in the solar system does this with such precision. Scientists call it coincidence. But the chances of this happening the way it does are almost impossible. And here's the part no one talks about. When we finally photographed the far side in 1959, what we saw did not match the smooth story NASA tells today. There were structures, shadows forming straight lines, tower shapes rising from crater floors, geometric patterns spread across the terrain, angles that looked engineered, not natural. Astronomers tried to explain them away, lighting, camera errors, optical illusions. But the anomalies kept showing up. In 2019, China's Chang'e 4 rover landed on the far side. Their images revealed even more strange formations, block-like shapes, symmetrical ridges, a region with electromagnetic disturbances stronger than anything on the near side. NASA avoids that region. Every lunar mission steers around it. Even modern probes are restricted from orbiting too close. Why? Why are multiple countries quietly mapping a location that the public never gets to see? Why is the most hidden part of the moon also the most monitored? There is a reason half of the moon was hidden from humanity.
You would think that it would be televised, something like that extraordinary. Oh, we're going to the moon and we're knocking off certain sections. We're putting our flagpole in different locations of the moon. You think that Chinese and, different countries would televise that, right? Can you imagine how well things would go now if they actually went to the moon and televised it? Man, they would be under a microscope.
What if I told you we may also have been lied to about why there are tides? And I'm sure you're probably thinking there's no possible reason that there'd ever be justification to lie about why the tidal currents occur. But after watching this video, I can guarantee it will start making sense. Now, according to the official academia, including McGraw-Hill, the textbooks we all studied from in school, the way the tide works, McGraw-Hill, by the way, is owned by Pergamon Press, which is called Satan's Throne in a biblical translation, and it's owned by Robert Maxwell, which is Ghislaine Maxwell's father, but we'll save that for another video. According to the official story, tides are caused by the moon's gravitational pull. Now, despite the moon having many phases, the tides are entirely consistent. Every day, there are tides coming in and out. Even if the moon is not out, if it's a full moon, or if it's a sliver toenail moon, doesn't affect, the tides are tiding no matter what. But if the moon's gravitational field is what causes tides, then how come in the Mediterranean Sea, the Black Sea, the Caspian Sea, and other massive lakes, like the Great Lakes, there are no tides? You'd think such a massive ocean would have tides, significant, similar to the big oceans, but that's not the case. Why? This is where it gets a little bit shocking. According to ancient civilizations who all believed the Earth to be quite a different shape than what NASA claims it is, there is said to be at the North Pole, which we can't go to, a gigantic mountain called Mount Meru, also known as Black Rock. It is a giant magnetic mountain, apparently. And there's said to be 4 rivers coming out of it. Notice also the 4 quadrants here. You have the Microsoft logo, which is also 4 quadrants. We have many corporate logos depicting 4 quadrants, perhaps in reference to this. We know they like to hide things in plain sight. But what they believed is that there is a vortex energy field at the center of the known Earth, in their mind, which pulls the water in and pushes it out, pumping like a heartbeat, using electromagnetism, and the salinity in the ocean, of course, is highly conductive. And what adds credence to this, some of the roughest oceans in the world are closest to the North Pole, where the source of this pulling and pushing force would be, like the Bering Sea, which is the most violent sea there is. Lastly, I will say, Nikola Tesla believed gravity to be a shaky theory at best, and he believed the world ran on electromagnetism and relativity, not gravity.
Wow, mind blown. I remember theorizing that black rock in the middle, that mountain, could be Mount Zion. How crazy would that be? Like the literal Mount Zion that was mentioned in the Bible. There's a couple references we may have to dive down into to connect the similarities, but that's for another video. Now looking at this, thinking that it could be some type of giant drainage pump that comes back out and just keeps expanding, that would also explain why there's so many waves as well. Not only does that explain tides, it explains waves as well. And this is strictly for entertainment purposes only. Do your own research on everything. Don't believe everything you hear or see. But you definitely gotta admit, if you think they've been lying to us about a lot of stuff, you can definitely add this to the list. Can Teslas actually see supernatural beings?
His car showing him beings in other dimensions. Check this out,
Through
yo.
the dark woods and everything, right?
So he's on a
About to be
trail
sunset.
in the
Spooky
woods.
thing though. My truck is saying that there's people around me.
Why
There's no
would
people around me.
that
Well, my
be the
truck
case?
says
There are a lot of beings trying
My
to get in
truck
this
says-
car.
people. Watch. If I slow down, they'll
This
catch up.
is
See?
so
Right next to my-
strange.
There's no one here.
So theory one is that, like, maybe, since he's in a wooded area in North America, that maybe some Native Americans passed away in those woods, and that's what the the car is detecting ghosts, spirits. Or theory 2 is that this car can detect beings in other dimensions that we can't see with the human eye, but that are around us, and this car is able to detect it. Or theory 3, this is just a glitch in this car's programming, and there's nothing really around them. Let me know what you think in the comments. As always, thank you for watching. Stay weird.
Or the sensors could be bad. But it is kind of eerie that they're popping up so randomly. I would like to see this work on a regular street as well. See if anything comes up or not.
You see, down here in Louisiana, folks think witches are, them old ladies in the woods with candles and bad attitudes. But nah. The real witches, the real ones, the rich folks hire, they sit in boardrooms, not bayous, okay? See, those elite types, the politicians, the billionaires, the power brokers, they don't get their hands dirty. They hire people who know how to move energy, people who understand timing, symbols, influence, curses, blessings, all that behind the scenes work. They call them consultants these days, or advisors. But what they really are modern day witches. These people pick the dates for big announcements. They run rituals disguised as ceremonies. They set the symbols, the colors, the numbers. And the public don't even catch it. The elites ain't steering no cauldrons. They steering narratives. And the witches they hire, they're the ones whispering. Drop it tonight. Don't say that tomorrow. Move this before the moon shifts. And bro, they listen. Down here, we got mall spirits and old stories. Up there, they got money, ego, and witches on payroll. Two different worlds, but all the same magic.
Lord, I pray that no type of rituals, candlelight ceremonies that choose to do ill will against any of your people, do no harm against them, and you protect them with the light, Father God. I say these things in Jesus' name, Yahushua Mashiach's name. Amen. If you thought we weren't going to do another excellent specimen of the day, think again. Oh man, you guys see it. No description for this. I almost want to say tourmaline, maybe? But man, it's like a sky ice brick with a sword protruding through it. If I had to name this specimen, I would call it Sky Sword. What would you guys name it? The Eiffel Tower has more history than the books tell you.
They don't want you to know this. Before the last ice age, more than 12,000 years ago, there may have been an advanced civilization, one more advanced than us in ways we can barely imagine, not in cell phones or computers, but in their understanding of the cosmos, consciousness, and energy itself. They followed the ancient law of as above, so below, and they built monuments to reflect the stars. The pyramids of Giza, perfectly aligned with Orion's belt. But it's not just Egypt. Travel across the ocean to Mexico, and the temples of Teotihuacan, the temple of the sun, the moon, and Quetzalcoatl match the same stars. Two cultures, separated by thousands of miles, building the same cosmic blueprint. How is that possible? This isn't just coincidence. This points to a lost civilization, a mother culture that existed before the Ice Age, and maybe even before that. A global network of builders, connecting Earth with the heavens, and leaving behind clues that history refuses to explain. So ask yourself, what if history is wrong? What if multiple civilizations rose and fell long before us, and we are only the latest chapter in a story far older than we've been told?
I felt that. Like they were far along in technology, not in the sense of smartphones and TVs, but in other sense. Interesting.
This has been concealed for centuries. The real purpose of the Eiffel Tower is something far beyond what you've been told. Most people believe it's nothing more than a symbol of Parisian culture or a product of the industrial era. The truth? The Eiffel Tower was designed as a massive antenna, an instrument for wireless electricity experiments, and its secrets could have revolutionized the world. The year was 1889, and the tower was unveiled at the Paris World's Fair, touted as a temporary exhibit. But here's where it gets strange. The true intent behind this engineering marvel was hidden in plain sight. Nikola Tesla visited Paris in the 1880s. During his stay, he met with Gustave Eiffel and shared his groundbreaking vision for a world powered by free, wireless energy. Tesla had already proven with his Wardenclyffe Tower that electricity could be transmitted wirelessly across vast distances. Eiffel, utterly fascinated by Kessler's revolutionary ideas, took these principles and incorporated them into the design of the Eiffel Tower. This was not just about aesthetics. This was about power, real power. During the tower's construction, strange phenomena were reported. Electromagnetic anomalies, unexplained lights, and strange sparks were seen surrounding the tower. Locals spoke of nighttime experiments, and some even claimed to have witnessed orbs of light dancing around the structure. Why hasn't this been exposed? This has been concealed for centuries.
There's three major theories when it comes to the Eiffel Tower. The first one is a giant antenna. Who are they trying to contact? People beyond the ice wall. And it makes you think, what's under the Eiffel Tower that they really don't talk too much about? They could have a whole observatory where, you know, they're trying to, you know, with the NASA TVs that they're trying to communicate with someone. That would be crazy. What's under the Eiffel Tower? Another one is it was a giant mooring station for airships back in the day. Like the airships will fly on top of the Eiffel Tower, it will dock, and then it'll get charged up with etheric energy and then take off, do their business. Same thing like the Empire State Building. You know, those are just a couple theories what they say about the Eiffel Tower.
Woo! Woo! What they did behind your back, Chosen. Woo! Woo! They wanted you. They did you so wrong, Chosen. They done set up many nights and thought about what they did. And they said to themselves, they were shaking, having cold sweats. They saying, I don't want this person to ever find this out. It will destroy my reputation. They were shaking in cold sweats. But instead of turning to God, Chosen, they turned to darkness. And when they sat in that cold sweat, they said to themselves, I want you dead. So they said, ooh, man, if this person ever find this out, good God, my whole rep, I'm done. I'm done. Because the person is too reputable. The person is too respected. If this person say what I've did, then they gonna believe it because it's coming from the mouth of God. And so they sat in their cold sweat, and instead of turning to God, they turned to wickedness, and they said they wanted you dead because you potentially held a truth that could destroy them. Boy, they held you down for a while. It was a lot of them too. And they should be a damn shame of themselves. Some of the things they knew that people had planned for you, some of the things that people did behind your back, it's some people knew about it and they should be a damn shame of themselves.
I don't see how y'all allow people to stay around y'all that are jealous of y'all, people who don't like y'all deep down inside. They be doing little snake stuff and y'all be wanting to see the benefit of the doubt for people. No. The minute that you get to acting a little jealous, the minute that my success makes you anger, me being happy makes you angry, you get to making faces like, whenever I say something good, and, oh, hell no, oh no. Go ahead, get on. I don't got time for all that. You keep those type of people around, at some point you are going to start to believe the things that they saying. And we can't have that for you because you're great. You're blessed. You're beautiful. You can do a lot and they do less. Okay? Remember that. Hashtag. Keep them people away from you. Most importantly, please do not let them come over your house because I promise they will try to put bad energy in your house. I remember I had a friend who was always jealous of me throughout our childhood. And I invited them to my house. And the first thing they did was trying to crack jokes on it and all that. Mind you, I was living great. I was living blessed and all that. All my places. And they would come over and try to make little funny jokes about where I stay. Nope. Immediately. Blocked. Unfriended. Don't talk to them. Don't deal with them. I don't tell them. They don't know nothing about me. And that's the same way y'all need to do that. Starve that energy. We don't have time for that. I don't see how y'all allow people to stay around y'all that are.
You know, I agree with that 100%, man. And a lot of times it be your own family, high school friends, you know, it's people just talking slick behind your back. You're not really your friends if you think about it. You know, you almost better being to yourself and to your thoughts. Am I right or am I wrong? You guys tell me if you experience this. But I agree with her, you know, cut them off. You know, you don't want that negative energy swirling, especially in your house too. Oh man, that's deep. You know, a lot of times it'll be complete strangers that'll have your back more than, you know, your family or friends ever would. That's the crazy part. You know, I can count the people I truly mess with on one hand, to be honest with you. Keep your circles tight. Forgive, but definitely don't forget. All right, guys, this one appears to be in a different language, but it appears to be some UFO footage, so let's take a closer look. You know, when you see this old time footage, these old UFO footages, it makes you wonder how real it is before they had AI. It almost is like that it's more authentic. Then it hits warp speed on us.
What do you mean this doll turns to face you when you're going in the house or leaving the house? What do you even mean? This is really scary. And also, the comment that she put in the comment section about like what happened after, I'm going to show you after. We'll watch the video first.
I bought her on Amazon 2 nights in a row. She slowly turned around to look at me as I walked outside, walking to my car. And when I got inside of my car, she would turn back around. So I wanted to play this video, and as you can see, it is windy out right now. Not too windy, but windy. And you can see she's slowly starting to turn around. Which on the first 2 nights there was no wind. It was not windy at all. But if you can see right here, you see how she's turning around? Okay, that's normal because of the wind. But hold up, look at her. She's turning back around. Why are you stopping right there to look at me? I don't play that. It's time for her to go. See,
it was at this moment I would have did a Barry Bonds home run.
Think, okay, she's gonna turn back around? No. She turns and she continues to look at me. No, I'm trying to get myself in the house at this point. Yeah, it's time for her to go. Anybody want her?
This was the update in the comments. Look, my husband took the doll down and put it in his car. Then about an hour or so later, he took the doll out and hung it over the garage because he feels like it's the wind and he's trying to prove a point. Well, he woke up early this morning, sick, vomiting nonstop. He is currently in bed, not able to keep anything down. I started my return with Amazon, but I'm scared to take her down. I'm going to order sage for the house. Dude, if he got like sick afterwards, that is like, that's
Sage, you don't need no sage. You need an exorcism. You need some holy water spread out throughout that house. Something. That's all we have for today's video. If you made it this far, the code word for today is deep dive. Go ahead and drop deep dive in the comments below. When you do that, that lets me know you're a real one. You made it all the way through the video. You really rock with your boy. And also, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you're still watching this. Almost half the people that watch these videos don't hit the like button or aren't subscribed. So be sure you help your boy out and hit that button for me. And I just want to say thank you for all you guys. I love you. This was the most mysterious videos on the internet today. See you later.